Downtown Little Rock still looks like a snowy tundra from the sky. The sun is shining, but as the temperatures stay below freezing, just how much will melt is still yet to be seen. Thanks for staying with us here on THV 11 Plus for Arkansas News Now. I'm Ashley King with meteorologist Simone Thomas. And yeah, I wish I could say that sun is going to melt all of this and we could get back to normal.
It's going to take several days of some sunshine, but something that made me a little optimistic looking at that shot, you do see the roads are getting plowed.
Yeah, they look a little bit better.
We're making improvements, but we just got to practice our patience. That's the big word over the next couple of days. Patience and I guess warmth, trying to find the warmth wherever we can. 21 right now, feeling like 12 in the capital city, 22 feeling like 11 in Pine Bluff, Arkadelphia just below the freezing line, 31 with it feels like pretty similar. I'm not sure if that reading is necessarily correct right now. It's a little bit warmer than some neighbors, but to our north in north central Arkansas, Batesville 18 degrees with it feels like of 8. In Harrison, really the cold spot this afternoon, 15 degrees with it feels like of 3. It's going to continue to be cold. Our extreme cold warning will extend through this time tomorrow. We'll talk more about how much melting we might get to see in your 7-day outlook.
Thank you, Simone. And THV 11's team coverage of the aftermath of this winter storm continues today, with crews still spread out over several counties to give you a glimpse at conditions across central Arkansas. And our Journey Taylor joins us live from inside Weather Force 11, giving us a real-time look at road conditions in the area. Journey, how's it going?
Hey there, Ashley. It's going pretty well, if I say so myself. We've been traveling around the metro area in Little Rock. We were on 30. We're now on 40. We were on 30, then we got on to 430, then 40. Listen, when you're from the city, you sometimes get your highways mixed up, but we are officially on 40. I want to show you something real quick. We're not going to be on this camera long. This is our roof camera, and as you can see, it has a lot of moisture, a lot of water on it, and I want to speak to that. We're passing a lot of people are passing us, and it's picking up all of that water, all of that moisture that's left on the ground from the sun melting, from RDOT kind of coming through and pushing the ice and the snow off to the side, and it's melting throughout the day. So yeah, conditions are much better. The roads are fine right now, but there are still trouble spots. If you look over here to the right, you can see the ramps are just still a little covered over. So you want to take your time. If you're going 60, 70 on the roads and then you're going 60, 70 on the ramps, I probably wouldn't suggest you doing that. But a lot of more people on the roads. Of course, it's a little safer out here today compared to yesterday. We're going to check in with RDOT, and I'm going to have a small message from them, what we heard at the top of the hour. We'll share that here soon. Actually, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, Journey, thank you. You know, the weight of the snow and sleet continues to cave in rooftops throughout the area. It also pulled down an awning at the Little Rock Yacht Club, landing right on several occupied houseboats. Thankfully, no one was hurt when the structure collapsed, but about 22 people were evacuated and 6 were trapped and had to be rescued. Boat owners who have lived on a houseboat for well over a decade say they're now figuring out the next steps.
We heard a loud pop, which woke us up. We got up, came outside, and found that the fingers had started going underwater. But as the morning progressed, about 30 minutes later, it just got worse. And so we decided that we needed to get off the boat, grabbed a few things, and we left.
The Coast Guard was also on site at the Yacht Club Sunday, making sure there were no oil or gas leaks in the water. Unfortunately, property damage isn't the worst result of the weather. Fine in the snow turned tragic for a family in Saline County. A teenager is dead after a sledding accident. The sheriff's office confirms it happened yesterday. Officials say the 17-year-old was on a tube being pulled by an ATV when they struck a tree. No other details are being released at this time. Today, almost all schools across the state are out. We have a few of the big ones here. Many have also gone ahead and made the call to cancel tomorrow. Our THV 11 digital team is keeping our website updated as announcements roll in. You can see the full list right now at thv11.com/closings or text the word closings to 501-376-1111. School is out today across Garland County as road conditions stay pretty icy today. And THV 11's Tanya Muterzitsky joins us live from the Hot Springs area. Tanya, how is it looking in Hot Springs?
Well, Ashley, you just missed it. We just had a plow truck come in and totally mess up our work car. But that's good though. That means they're working hard to clear the roads. I'm here in downtown Hot Springs where things are looking pretty good on the main roads. But again, I spoke with Mayor Pat McCabe, and it's those side roads that we have to worry about. They got their crews out all day working hard to start cleaning everything up. You see our dirty car? Look at that. That's a mess. But that's okay. We want clear roads. And now you see all this moisture on the roads. That's the refreezing the mayor was telling me he's worried about. And the other big issue is there's a lot of sleet, ice, heaviness weighing off some of these flat roofs. And they see many flat roofs cave in. We're talking about Window Mart. We're talking about First Step. We're talking about a church. So a lot of businesses are being impacted by this weather. And he says it's going to take a community when everything unthaws to come together and fix and come together and hopefully open back up.
Well, we'll get through it. We always do. Like all communities, they'll rally together and provide support. And when the sun comes out, we'll be working together again.
That's what's all. And you know, he's just reminding folks that if you do have an emergency, if you do have to get out and something happens, God forbid, to go ahead and call your emergency services. But if you don't have to be out, don't. And again, for the businesses, take your time opening up, he says. There's a lot that can happen. We're worried about pipes busting as things unthaw. He says that's the biggest issue because within the last hour and a half, one of the city buildings had their pipes burst. And so that's just something they're also kind of focusing on over the next few days. Live in Hot Springs, Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
Wow, just something else to think about as it thaws out. Thank you, Tanya. Folks in Jefferson County are also trying to deal with the aftermath of this winter storm. THV 11's Carter Thweed joins us live once again from the Pine Bluff area. Carter, what's it looking like there today?
Yeah, Ashley, we've been staying in Whitehall and we've been going through Pine Bluff and really all of Jefferson County checking out conditions, and I want to go over some of what I said at the top of the hour. The interstates look really, really good. RDOT has done a great job on Interstate 530. There was one lane that was pretty much always clear for the most part, though you still want to be careful. But when you get into the city, some of the roads don't look quite as good. This road right here in Pine Bluff, this one's right in front of City Hall, so it actually looks better than a lot of them, and obviously you can still see there's a lot of snow and ice accumulation on here, and it's that way kind of throughout Jefferson County. When it's a road that RDOT's over, like an interstate or a state highway, you see really, really good conditions. But when you're in the cities, and when you're in some of these areas that are city or county run, that's when you're going to see a little more snow and ice accumulation, though they are working on it. And obviously you're going to want to be more careful in those areas. So we're going to want to continue to bring you updates on this Jefferson County area and what things are looking like south of the Little Rock Metro. For now, though, I'm Carter Thweet with THV 11 News.
Thank you, Carter. Snow and ice is on the ground across much of the U.S. from Texas to the Northeast, leaving hundreds of thousands of people without power amid extreme cold temperatures. Lee Waldman is in New York City with the latest on this storm being felt across the country.
A monster winter storm is making its way across the U.S., battering 2/3 of the U.S. population with snow, ice, and brutally cold temperatures.
Wild, 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 wild. I haven't seen snow like this in years.
Completely frozen. What the heck?
Schools have been canceled or moved to remote learning, and flight disruptions have continued to climb, with Sunday marking the most cancellations since the COVID-19 pandemic. Ice coating trees and power lines in the south is damaging on its own, but the wind is adding an extra danger. Widespread power outages in the Nashville metropolitan area could last for days, according to the electric utility Nashville Electrical Service. In Louisiana, people are riding out the storm in warming centers after officials confirmed 2 men died from hypothermia. Up north in New York City, Mayor Zohran Mamdani says there are thousands of sanitation workers out on city streets and plows have started to clear roadways.
We really encourage you to stay home. Staying home is the safest thing you can do. It's the best thing for our city workers.
At least 20 states have declared a state of emergency in response to the historic winter storm, and many will experience its lingering effects for days and even weeks as the cold temperatures stick around. In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
And coming up, we're going to talk more about what it's like going in labor during a historic ice storm. On Arkansas News Now, we're going to hear from the new parents next.
And although we're expecting some melting to occur over the next couple days, black ice will continue to be very highly probable through at least the next week. Your 7-day outlook is coming up in 4 minutes.
Welcome back. We've been saying all weekend, if you don't have to get out, stay home. But of course, there are all kinds of reasons you may have to leave your house for an emergency. And that was true for at least one couple in Texas when their baby decided it wanted to join in on the snow day celebrations.
First responders during an ice storm,
car crashes,
can be called to anything.
Broken water pipes.
And for Plano Fire and EMS, Saturday morning was anything.
You're not expecting a pregnancy emergency.
The kind of emergency that ends well, but didn't start that way.
We were expecting, but not in this condition.
Yeah.
Taylor and Stoney are holding their miracle baby, Amelia, who they were praying would wait out the storm, since she wasn't due until next week.
I do think the weather plays a role in it for sure.
The contractions started at 4:30 Saturday morning.
I want to go peek outside. I was like, oh gosh, there's ice outside.
Oh, I was like cussing at a store. Yeah, I wasn't saying anything to myself besides I need to get this baby out of me.
Their car was frozen shut. The contractions got stronger. There wasn't enough time.
While he was going to get the car ready, I was going to get in the bath, but that didn't work out.
And so Plano Fire and EMS and Medical City Plano did what they always do.
Rain, shine, sleet, or snow, yes.
Or in this case, what we saw today.
Sleet and snow.
At 7:30 on this icy morning, this team of firefighter paramedics helped deliver baby Amelia in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. Kyle, a 10-year veteran, held the baby.
We were going to incorporate Kylie instead of Kyle into her name.
They're still working through all that, maybe a middle name.
Well, nod to Kyle, that's good.
I think they should.
This is Taylor's third girl. Amelia might have the coolest entry into the world. Pun intended.
Everyone's been amazing. Yeah, we're lucky to be here.
A bundle of joy who arrived already bundled up.
I see angel. Yeah, pretty beautiful ice angel.
In Plano, I'm Jobin Puniker.
Oh, I love that.
That's so cute.
Little snow angel. It's so cute.
That is so cute. We were talking before the break. My best friend just had a baby a couple weeks ago. Her due date was this week.
Oh.
So imagine like she
In
could have
Mississippi?
been. Yeah, she could have been having the baby in the ice storm.
Right.
But luckily he came early, so they're all at home, staying warm. But Oh, it's always so fun. Baby just didn't want to be left out.
So cute. Staying all cozy and wrapped up in that blanket in this cold weather.
Such a blessing that, to just be able to bring life into the world, but especially, in a situation like this where the stakes are a little higher, everybody is safe and sound.
Right, yeah, everything worked out okay.
Now, bringing things back to home, we have spent so far 66 hours below freezing here in Little Rock. We dropped below freezing at 6 p.m. on Friday, and we're not expecting to get back above freezing until tomorrow afternoon. Now let's look at how this compares to some more recent, maybe notable winter storms that we've seen move through. Last year, our last winter storm that we saw in February that kept us below freezing for a couple of days, we in the end spent 72 hours below freezing. So likely going to exceed this number this go around. But if you remember 2021, around Valentine's Day, that big, as everybody called it, snowvid situation, we spent 192 hours below freezing in Little Rock. So definitely not looking to exceed that. But we've gone this while with those below freezing temperatures. Dangerous wind chill values is why we still have the extreme cold warning in effect, even though the precipitation has moved on. So this is again in effect until noon tomorrow. Make sure if you do have to head out early tomorrow morning, you're bundled up in several layers. It does look like by tomorrow afternoon we finally get back above freezing, and we'll see that again on Wednesday across the state, looking to see some middle and upper 30s and even some lower to possibly middle 40s on the board with mostly sunny skies. That will help us get some melting done, but like we talked about just before the break, black ice will continue to be a concern over at least the next week, because anything that melts or turns to slush in the afternoon will refreeze overnight with those sub-freezing temperatures. Over the next couple afternoons, we'll get above freezing and at least stay there through Friday. It does look like we have another cool down coming to push us back below freezing Friday and into the start of the weekend, but we'll have a little bit of a rebound as we head into next week. Still below what's considered the norm for this time of year, with highs only topping out in the upper 30s to low 40s. But as far as the roads, we've been seeing some major improvements on those main interstates. Of course, still some ice and snow patches on your on and off ramps. Main highways starting to see improvement, likely going to see even more improvement by this evening. It's really the side streets and back roads that we're going to have a hard time seeing true clearing. That won't come until Wednesday into Thursday at best, but again, black ice will continue to be a concern. These are your wind chill values for tomorrow morning, our last morning with that extreme cold warning in effect. Going to feel like the single digits for much of the state, with a few places feeling like 0 or below 0. So that's why we're emphasizing bundling up. We're going to continue to be pretty chilly through the rest of the week, but we at least get above freezing. Another cool down in store for the weekend, but on the bright side, we stay dry. We'll have some more sunshine in the forecast, and we'll round out the weekend in the upper 30s.
Thank you, Simone. And everyone wants to know, when can we get out of the house? The cabin fever is setting in, and you want to do that safely, right? Well, our very own Journey Taylor is live from inside Weather Force 11, giving us a real-time look at how the roads are doing in our area. Hey, Journey.
Hey there, Ashley. The roads are looking better than what they looked like at least 2-3 days ago. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera around as we make our way back into the city of Little Rock. We're on I-30. Our drive around the major highways covering the West Little Rock area, the Maumelle, the North Little Rock to Little Rock, all looks good. It's drivable, to say the least. RDOT doing a pretty good job keeping that one passable lane open, and in some areas up to 3 lanes available. I do want to touch on Little Rock, the city of Little Rock. Of course, since we're in the city of Little Rock right now, the mayor just making a post about 41 minutes ago. Our public works team continues to plow our major thoroughfares and is making strong progress. Saturday night and Sunday morning's second round of sleet and snow covered much of their earlier work, requiring them to spend all of yesterday retracing and redoing those efforts. So today they're making substantial headway, and we remain deeply grateful for the dedication. And I think that's the big conversation about this all as a whole. A lot of men and women out working super hard. So if you do have to get out, well, take your time. There are some areas, of course, that still have a good amount of chunk of snow and ice in the area, so take your time. And I do think if that cabin fever is setting in here in about a day or two, you might be able to really move around freely but safely. For now, though, in Weather Force 11, I'm Journey Taylor for THV 11 News. Back to you guys.
All right, Journey, and still to come here on Arkansas News Now. We're not the only ones keeping an eye on the road conditions. We'll get an update from the Arkansas Department of Transportation next.
This winter storm continues to challenge roads across Arkansas, as we've already seen, with crews working nonstop to make sure those interstates and state highways are cleared.
We are happy to have Dave Parker back with us from RDOT this morning. Dave, question, how would you compare this winter storm and the mix of the precipitation to others in how you approach it in pre-treating and other storms we've seen in the past?
That's a tough one. You know, I don't remember one that's had all the precipitation we had Friday, Saturday, all forms of precipitation statewide. And then guess what? It's 2 degrees. You know, that's a tough one there. The duration of this storm is kind of the headline, followed by the bitter cold. You know, usually it's back up to 30. 30 seems so warm right now, which is kind of scary. But yeah, this one's been a tough one for sure.
I know it's been a lot for your crew. They've been all over the state too. Since we talked to you a couple hours ago, how's Monday morning looking? Ashley's been doing traffic for us, already seeing. It seems like folks are kind of starting to get out a little bit and move around those interstates.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some incidents, mainly not just crashes necessarily, but we've had some tractor trailers, you know, west of you guys, Interstate 40, Mulberry, Van Buren counties, you know, Northwest River Valley, tractor trailers slipping and sliding, which causes backups. But, you know, they've got to get out there. They're trying to move freight. So relatively calm incident-wise, thankfully. But yeah, people are going to start getting back out. So I just urge and encourage people to please take it slow, and getting on and off those ramps is still slick. So, you know, I know you got to get it back out there, but be careful about it.
I do like to see that sunshine though behind you. That's making me feel a little bit better this morning. Maybe it'll creep up a little bit.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah. It has been a busy week, going to continue to be a busy week. Thank you so much for joining us again. Been with us all weekend, Dave. Thank you so very much. We sure do appreciate it.
Get some rest now, Dave. Hopefully you can. Thank you.
And as we head to break, here's a look at our streaming schedule for the rest of the day with more special weather coverage along with our normal newscast. Stay with us.
Well, you should have a snow day. It looks like snow. I'm freezing. I really want snow day. What do you think?
I think they're mature enough to make a decision. Let's have a snow day.
How cute. Everybody loves a snow day, especially the kids and staff at the BB School District. They sent us this video of some students in old people costumes convincing their superintendent today is for play, not for school. They were freezing. They did not want to go.
I'm freezing too. I wish they could have made that call to my boss to make the same request.
Somebody has to do your very important job.
You know,
we need to know.
I say that as a joke, definitely not complaining. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
To making sure our neighbors are staying
Well,
safe.
you and our entire weather crew have done such a great job of keeping everyone informed.
Well, we got through the hardest part. Now we just got to wait for it to get back above freezing, and it looks like we'll get to do that tomorrow. Our weather impact alert will continue through tomorrow morning, just because we have one more night of those extremely cold temperatures. But if you missed any of that, we'll have another check-in at 2 o'clock with Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon.
That's right. That's happening on THV 11 Plus. So just keep it right here. We've got much more coming up on our streaming app. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas News Now.